It is not an accident that you are here. The divine clock whispered your name, and the whisper carried you to this exact moment. Out of millions of wandering souls, your spirit was marked, and you were summoned. You may think you clicked this message by chance, but nothing about this is chance. My beloved, it is the unfolding of a secret timetable written before you ever opened your eyes this morning. Do not move. Do not rush away. Do not skip ahead. The very seconds you remain here are aligning with the seconds that heaven has already numbered. I tell you, within this flow, there are 2 minutes that will prove to you beyond doubt that this word was preserved for you. Stay with me, and you will see, beloved child. I speak with authority, but also with tenderness, because you have been battered by years of delay, disappointment, and hidden warfare. I know the questions you have whispered into the silence. Why am I hidden? Why have I been delayed? Why do others rise while I am still waiting? Do not think your obscurity was punishment. It was preservation. The seed must remain hidden beneath the soil before it breaks forth into harvest. This message is sealed in fire for you alone. Many eyes may glance across it, but only those whose names were whispered by the divine clock will feel the surge in their chest, the tingling in their hands, the tears that come uninvited. Those are not random emotions. They are confirmations. As you read, some of you will feel warmth spread across your body. Some will feel chills race down the spine. Others will feel sudden pressure in the chest or a weight on the shoulders. These are not burdens, they are signs. They are heaven's fingerprints upon your body, proof that you are not merely hearing words, you are standing in the current of your appointment. Do not ignore this. When the clock strikes, everything accelerates. Some of you have already sensed the stirring strange dreams, repeated numbers, doors closing suddenly, people withdrawing without explanation. All of these are signals that your blessing is too large to be birthed in the open air. It must grow in secret first. Do not be alarmed by the secrecy. Silence does not mean absence. Hiddenness does not mean abandonment. Beloved, even the most brilliant pearl is formed in the dark, unseen by the world, cradled in pressure and time. So it is with you. You are the pearl in the hand of heaven. Stay with me. Do not wander away. I sense you doubting even now, asking yourself if this is truly for you. Let me remind you, you would not still be here if you were not chosen. This word seeks only the ears of the appointed. If you feel your heart trembling, if your eyes blur with tears, if your breath grows shallow, then heaven is confirming this is your scroll being unsealed. You have felt unseen, overlooked, rejected. Yet the rejection was redirection, the hiding was shielding, and the silence was the strategy of the Most High. Because if your blessing had been exposed before its time, it would have been devoured by envy, sabotaged by premature hands, stolen by counterfeit voices. That is why you are told, don't share this yet. Don't announce what heaven is growing within you. A seed exposed to the cold too soon will wither before its roots reach the water. My beloved, hear me carefully. In the next 2 minutes, something will confirm this to you. It may be the vibration of a phone, a memory rising from nowhere, a knock, a sound, or even the trembling of your own body. Pay attention. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. For heaven wastes no motion. You are a marked one, a chosen one. Your name is written in light. Your identity has not been erased, though the enemy has tried to bury it under false accusations, under lies, under distractions. Even now, the chains of delay are breaking one link at a time as you remain here, absorbing these words. Do you feel it? The atmosphere around you is not the same as it was when you began, beloved. I must warn you, secrecy is your shield in this season. There are blessings that can be shouted from the rooftops, but this is not one of them. This blessing is like a child in the womb. Announce it too early, and it may be harmed. Keep it hidden, and it will grow stronger until the time of birth, when no enemy can touch it. Do not skip away. Every second you remain is watering the seed. Every breath you take as you linger here is aligning you closer to the divine clock. I am speaking not only into your ears, but into your marrow, into your DNA, into the very pattern of your days. The shift has already begun, and now, beloved, lean in. Do not only hear, close your eyes for a moment if you must. Sense the warmth on your skin, the tingling in your hands, the slight trembling in your breath. These are not symptoms of chance. These are confirmations. Heaven is wrapping around you like a cloak, reminding you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not passed over. Your blessing is growing, but it must grow in silence. Do not share it. Do not announce it. Hold it close. Guard it. For what heaven is about to release through you is not small, it is generational. And the enemy always seeks to strike the seed before the harvest. That is why I urge you, beloved, trust the silence. Trust the secrecy. For when the time comes, your unveiling will silence every mocker, confound every doubter, and vindicate every tear you ever cried. Stay, remain. The scroll has only begun to open. The next lines will reveal more. It is not by mistake that your spirit has been carried into this chamber of words. You feel it even now, don't you? A sense that time has paused, that what you are hearing is no ordinary message. The divine clock is not ticking, as men know time. It is pulsing with eternity, and you are standing in its rhythm. Every second you remain here is not wasted. It is invested. It is watering the roots of the seed that heaven has hidden within you. Listen closely, my child. You have wondered why you were pulled into seasons of silence. You have asked why doors shut so suddenly, why voices you trusted turned quiet, why companions disappeared without farewell. It was not abandonment, it was alignment. The divine clock removed what could not carry your blessing. It was not rejection, it was selection. For only the chosen can endure the silence required to guard a miracle. There is a weight of glory upon you, and though you cannot see it in full, you have felt its shadows brushing your skin. At times, it has felt heavy, almost unbearable. But remember this: the olive must be pressed before the oil flows, and the oil must be kept in darkness until its fragrance is ready to be poured out. So it is with you. You are that oil. You are that fragrance. And your time has not been denied. It has only been delayed until the fullness of your measure arrives. Do not despise the hiddenness. The seed that grows in silence grows strongest. Do not despise the delay. Delay is not denial. Delay is divine protection. If your blessing had been unveiled when your heart was not yet ready, it would have been consumed by wolves. If your harvest had broken through the soil when the storms were fiercest, it would have been trampled before you tasted its fruit. Heaven has kept you covered, wrapped in secrecy, guarded by silence. Hear me well. You are not overlooked. You are preserved. You are not invisibly, are guarded. And very soon, the seal that has covered you will break, and the fragrance of your destiny will spill out for all to see. But for now, my beloved, remain silent. Hold it close. For some blessings must grow in the dark until their light is too strong to be extinguished. As you hear this, some of you feel a weight lifting off your shoulders. Some feel warmth flowing into your chest. Others feel tears pressing against your eyes. Do not ignore these signs. These are the confirmations of heaven. The divine current is moving through you even as your eyes trace these words. You are not imagining it. This is not coincidence. This is the fingerprint of heaven pressing itself upon your very body. Do not be quick to share what you are sensing. Do not rush to tell others what is being whispered into your soul. Guard it as you would guard a newborn child. For if you reveal it too soon, hands that are not pure will reach to touch what they did not plant. Beloved, a fire is growing in secret, and its light will one day be seen from afar. But until that day, it must remain covered, protected, nurtured. The enemy has tried to convince you that silence means abandonment, that delay means denial. But I tell you, the silence was the shield, and the delay was the strategy. Every storm you endured was shaken loose what could not remain. Every delay you suffered was making room for the blessing that is greater than what you imagined. Even the nights when you cried alone were counted. Every tear was caught in bowls of remembrance. Nothing was wasted, nothing. And now, beloved child, heaven speaks clearly. Do not skip, do not wander, do not let distraction pull you away. This word is your alignment. This message is your covenant. Every second you linger here, chains are snapping off, your life chains of delay, chains of fear, chains of shame. Do you feel it? Already the atmosphere is shifting around you. Already the unseen doors are unlocking. Take a breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the air on your skin. Listen to the rhythm of your heartbeat. The very temple of your body is responding to the whispers of eternity. For when the divine clock speaks your name, even your blood responds. Your cells remember the covenant written long before your birth. That is why you cannot shake this word. That is why you cannot walk away. Because this is not a new promise, it is an old covenant being awakened inside you and now. Beloved, hear this secret. Within the next 2 minutes, heaven will mark you with a sign. It may be small, it may be subtle, but it will come. A sound, a memory, a call, a sudden rush of emotion, whatever form it takes. You will know it is confirmation. Do not dismiss it, for heaven never wastes movement, and the divine clock never strikes without purpose. This is your moment of alignment. This is the opening of your scroll. Guard it well. Stay in this flow, for what is whispered in secret will one day shake nations in public. But for now, silence is your shield, secrecy is your weapon, and patience is your crown. Stay with me, beloved. The scroll has only begun to unroll. What comes next will not only confirm your destiny, but expose the strategies of your enemies. Do not leave the stream of this message. Every breath you take within this word is shifting the atmosphere of your future. Stay, remain, for the divine clock is still whispering your name, beloved child. Now that your ears have opened and your heart has begun to tremble under the weight of truth, I must reveal to you what has been happening in the unseen realms. You have not imagined the resistance. you have not exaggerated the warfare. Every delay, every false start, every sudden betrayal, these were not coincidences. They were crafted whispers, carefully woven by the enemy to distract, discourage, and dismantle you before your blessing could reach its full stature. For years, voices around you carried tones of jealousy. Smiles that seemed warm hid daggers behind their teeth. Promises made in the open were broken in the shadows. My beloved, I must tell you plainly, some of those who walked closest to you carried hidden agendas. They envied the mark upon your life. They were unsettled by the light that shone through you even when you yourself doubted it. You thought they left because you were not enough. The truth is, they left because you carried too much. But hear this clearly, the enemy's whispers, though loud, are powerless against the decree written in heaven's courts. Every scheme, every plot, every dagger thrown in secret. Do you not feel it? Even when others mocked you, even when you were betrayed, something inside of you refused to die. That was not stubbornness, that was preservation. That was heaven's hand keeping your flame alive while others tried to smother it. You have asked in the night, why me? Why must I endure these storms while others walk freely? Beloved, because the oil on your life is weighty. And heavy oil requires heavy pressing. The jealousy you have seen is evidence that even your enemies perceive what you have struggled to see, that you are chosen, marked, and set apart. Do not misinterpret their envy as your failure. Their envy is their confession that they see in you what you have not yet seen in yourself. I know you feel it, even now, the trembling in your body, the pressure in your chest, the chills racing over your skin. This is confirmation. Heaven is pressing against your atmosphere, reminding you that every physical sign is not random. These sensations are divine fingerprints, somatic seals of truth. Some of you are even weeping as you read, unable to explain why. Do not resist it. Let the tears fall. For each one is being gathered into bowls that are tipping in your favor. And now I must give you a sacred warning. Do not tell anyone what is being whispered to your spirit in this hour. Do not announce the dream before it has roots. This is your first secrecy clause. Guard the seed of this word, for if you speak it aloud too soon, voices of doubt will surround it, and their breath will try to suffocate what heaven planted. Keep silent, my beloved, until the fruit is undeniable. What grows in secrecy cannot be stolen. What is spoken too soon can be sabotaged. Listen carefully. In the next 2 minutes, a small but undeniable sign will reach you. For some, it will be the vibration of a phone. For others, a sudden memory will pierce your thoughts. Some may hear a knock, a sound in the room, a sudden stirring. Do not dismiss it. This is heaven's coded message, whispering, I am here. I have not forgotten you. The reason for the silence you endured is simple. Heaven has been protecting your seed. Some blessings cannot survive exposure in their infancy. That is why doors slammed, why people withdrew, why opportunities seemed to vanish as quickly as they appeared. These were not losses, they were shields. They were heaven's way of saying, not yet, beloved. Your blessing must grow in secret. Even now, your enemies are watching, waiting to see if you will stumble. They are curious about your silence. They wonder why you no longer speak as freely. Let them wonder. For what they cannot see, they cannot steal. What they cannot name, they cannot kill. When the time is right, the unveiling will be so radiant that no force on earth will be able to deny it. But for now, guard your silence, for the silence is holy, beloved child. Do you feel the weight? The atmosphere has grown thick around you. This is not the heaviness of despair, it is the weight of glory pressing in. Your body feels it because your spirit is being realigned. Some of you feel heat upon your skin, others a trembling in your legs, others tears you cannot control. These are confirmations. These are the signatures of heaven sealing this message upon you. Stay close. Do not wander, for this is only the beginning of what must be unveiled. Your enemies have tried to break you, but the court of heaven has ruled otherwise. The gavel has already struck, and though you cannot see it yet, the verdict is in your favor. Remain, for the next wave will reveal even more. Beloved child, lean closer now, for the enemy has not been fighting you because of where you are, but because of where you are going. He has seen glimpses of your scroll, the faint outlines of your assignment, and he trembles. That is why your warfare has been so intense. That is why your nights have been so heavy, why your friendships have been tested, why your resources have seemed to dry up at the very moment you needed them most. These were not random storms. They were targeted attacks to exhaust you before your unveiling. But listen, exhaustion is not the end. Exhaustion is proof that you have carried something weighty through the fire, and still it remains. Do you not see, beloved, that if the enemy could have destroyed you, he would have done so long ago? The fact that you are still here, breathing these words, trembling under this message, is evidence that the hand of heaven has preserved you. You are not unprotected. You are not forgotten. You are shielded by light. Now hear this. Every dagger that was raised against you has been seen. Every whisper of slander that tried to stain your name has been recorded, and the judge of all things has already struck the gavel in your favor. The enemy's accusations have been silenced. The court of heaven has declared you marked, preserved, chosen. But beloved, I must urge you again, not share this word prematurely. Do not hand your scroll into unclean hands. There are some who smile at you but secretly thirst to know what is hidden inside you. Do not give them access. This is the first great test of your maturity. Can you carry a secret without announcing it? Can you hold the weight of silence until heaven itself chooses the hour of unveiling? Remember, a seed, a harvest revealed too soon, will be stolen. But what grows in silence cannot be touched. The enemy thrives on noise, on chatter, on exposure. But heaven works in silence, in shadows, in secrecy. That is why your blessing must remain hidden for now. And now, listen carefully. Within the next 2 minutes, a sign will come. It will not be dramatic to the eyes of men, but to your spirit it will be undeniable. A vibration on your phone, a sudden thought of someone long forgotten, a sound in your home, a memory rising from deep within. Whatever it is, it will be the proof that this message is not man's invention, but heaven's whisper. Do not dismiss it. Do not reason it away. Receive it, for heaven wastes nothing, and heaven's clock never strikes in vain. Already, some of you are feeling the stir. Goosebumps on your arms, a flutter in your chest, the sudden urge to cry, though you do not know why. These are confirmations. These are seals. Do not ignore them. When heaven presses against flesh, the body trembles. When light pierces darkness, the atmosphere shifts. That is what you are sensing now, beloved. I tell you plainly, the voices that mocked you, the ones who doubted you, the ones who left you in silence, they will see the fruit of what heaven has hidden. But you must not run ahead. Guard your silence. Protect your seed. For in this season, secrecy is not weakness, it is strength. Silence is not emptiness, it is strategy. You will notice something remarkable. The very people who once ignored you will soon attempt to draw near. The very ones who counted you out will try to reattach themselves when your harvest emerges. Do not be deceived. Heaven will give you discernment to know who is truly sent and who is only curious. Until then, keep quiet. Let the blessing grow where no enemy hand can touch it. Do you not feel the shift even now? The heaviness that pressed on you when you began this word is lifting. The fog in your mind is clearing. The fear that bound your chest is loosening. This is the confirmation. Heaven is moving in your atmosphere. Chains are breaking silently, but they are breaking nonetheless. Stay still. Stay present. Do not click away. Every second you remain is aligning your spirit with the divine timetable. The delay you hated is becoming the preparation you will bless. The silence you feared is becoming the strategy you will thank. And the conflict beloved, listen to the whisper of the divine clock. Your name is still being spoken. Your scroll is still being unsealed. And though the enemy tried to bury you, he could not erase you. The proof is this very moment you are still here, trembling under this word, alive under the fire of confirmation. Do not despise the secrecy. Do not resist the silence. For when the unveiling comes, no hand on earth will be able to deny what heaven has planted in you. Stay, remain. The scroll is turning to its next page, and what is written there will not only expose the counterfeit doors, but will reveal the true path your feet must walk, beloved child. The time has come to reveal the mystery of signs. Heaven does not speak only in words. Heaven also speaks in symbols, in objects, in glimpses that appear in the stillness of your spirit. You have seen them before, though you may not have recognized them. A door appearing in your dreams, a scroll unfolding in your imagination, a bowl tipping in vision, a gavel striking though no courtroom surrounds you. These are not accidents. These are not fragments of fantasy. These are the coded language of heaven. Let me show you what they mean. The door is one of the most powerful signs you will encounter. A door represents opportunity, transition, movement from one space to another. But here is the warning. Not every door is true. Some are counterfeit, placed by the enemy to lure you into detours that look easy but lead to delay. The counterfeit door shines brightly, looks wide, feels inviting, but behind it waits emptiness. The true door, by contrast, is sometimes narrow, sometimes hidden, sometimes resisted. Yet behind it lies destiny. Do not rush, beloved. Wait for the confirmation of heaven before stepping through. That confirmation may come as peace rising in your chest, as tears flowing without reason, as sudden warmth upon your skin. When you feel these signs, know that the door before you is true. Do not trust only what your eyes see. Trust the trembling within your spirit. Then there are the scrolls. The scrolls are the divine contracts written before your birth. They carry the details of your assignment, your covenant, your destiny. At times you have felt them in dreams. At times you have sensed them when your heart burned with purpose you could not explain. Those were the edges of your scroll brushing against your consciousness. Beloved, as you remain in this message, heaven is unrolling that scroll before your eyes. You may not see ink on parchment, but you will feel it in your soul. The sudden realization, the spark of clarity, the vision of what is to come, that is your scroll speaking. And do not forget the bowls. Every tear you have cried, every sigh you thought went unheard, every groan too deep for words, none of them vanished. They were gathered. They were stored in bowls of remembrance. And even now, those bowls are tipping. The weight of your intercession, the pressure of your prayers, the cries of your heart are being poured back as blessing, as breakthrough, as overflow. The enemy thought your tears were wasted. Heaven says they were stored. Finally, there is the gavel. The gavel is the sound of heaven's courtroom, where accusations are silenced and verdicts are declared. Perhaps you have heard it in dreams, a sudden strike, a sound like wood on stone, echoing in the silence. Beloved, when the gavel strikes, it means your case has been heard, and the ruling has been made in your favor. The enemy may accuse, but the judge has already spoken. You are vindicated. You are approved. You are chosen. Do you feel the weight of these signs even now? Some of you see them in your mind as you read: a door, a scroll, a bowl, a gavel. Do not dismiss them. They are not imagination. They are confirmation. Heaven speaks to you through symbols because your destiny is too deep for plain words alone. But beloved, here is your test. Which door will you choose? Many will rush through the wide, easy, glittering door, thinking it is the way. But those who are patient, who wait for the confirmation of heaven, will find the hidden door that leads to true blessing. You are standing at such a threshold, even now. The decision is near. The choice is before you. Will you wait in silence, or will you rush ahead? Remember this: silence is not absence. It is strategy. Delay is not punishment. It is preparation. The hidden door may take longer to open, but when it does, no hand can shut it. The counterfeit door may open quickly, but its path leads to emptiness. That is why I urge you wait for the signs. Trust the trembling in your spirit. Do you feel it, beloved? Even now, your body responds. Some of you are trembling. Some of you are sensing heat across your face. Some of you feel tears you cannot hold back. This is confirmation. This is the whisper of heaven saying, yes, this is for you. Yes, you are chosen. Yes, I am speaking. Do not speak this too soon. Do not announce it to those who will not understand. This is your second secrecy clause. If you reveal what heaven is planting before it has roots, the counterfeit will come to choke it. Guard your silence. Guard your seed, for the enemy cannot kill what he cannot see. Beloved, the decision is approaching. The signs are increasing, and the clock is whispering louder. Stay still. Stay watchful. The next unveiling will show you not only the true door, but also the counterfeit one that must be refused. Do not leave. The scroll is only halfway unrolled. Beloved child, the door before you is not the only door. There is also the counterfeit, and it is this counterfeit door that has confused many of the chosen. It shines brightly, it appears wider, it seems easier to walk through. It calls to your impatience, whispers to your wariness, and tempts you with shortcuts. But do not be deceived. The counterfeit door is a trap. Behind it lies emptiness, delay, disappointment. It looks like the path of glory, but it ends in silence that is not holy. The true door, by contrast, may look hidden, may feel narrow, may require waiting. Yet, when it opens, beloved, everything aligns. Suddenly, the years of delay make sense. Suddenly, the silence becomes sweet, because you realize heaven was preparing you, not punishing you. The true door requires trust, and trust requires patience. This is why your waiting has been long. It was not to torture you, but to sharpen your discernment. Heaven needed to train your spirit to know the difference between the counterfeit and the true, to prepare you so that when the doors appear, you would not be fooled by the glitter of the false, but would be drawn by the peace of the true. Listen carefully, my beloved. Storms are part of this preparation. Do you remember the shaking that came into your life? The sudden disruptions, the unexpected losses, the chaos that made you question everything. That shaking was not to destroy you, it was to test what could not be shaken. It was heaven's way of pruning what was weak, so that only the strong would remain. The fruit you are meant to carry is heavy, and only branches that have endured shaking can hold it. The storm did not come to end you. It came to position you. The delay was not to deny you. It was to purify you. The silence was not absence. It was strategy. Do not curse what heaven has used to strengthen you, for the storm was not against you, it was for you. Even now, the divine clock whispers 2 minutes. 2 minutes of obedience, 2 minutes of patience, 2 minutes of silence can outweigh 20 years of striving. My beloved, do not despise the countdown. Do not think it is empty repetition. Every time you hear 2 minutes, it is heaven reminding you that the distance between delay and breakthrough is not measured in years, it is measured in obedience. Pay attention now. Some of you, even as you read, are feeling sudden waves. Your chest feels heavy and then light. Your eyes water, your skin tingles. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. Heaven is aligning your body with your spirit, so you will not doubt that this word is yours. And here is your instruction. Do not share this yet. Guard the secret. If you speak too soon, the enemy will send counterfeits to mimic the blessing. He will dress false doors to look true. But if you stay silent, if you remain hidden, the counterfeit will pass by, powerless to touch what heaven has reserved. This is why secrecy is your shield. This is why silence is your sword. Beloved, I know the temptation to rush is strong. You want to tell the world what you sense growing inside you. You want to prove to your doubters that you were not crazy, that you were chosen. But hear me prove nothing yet. The fruit itself will prove you in time. A tree does not shout about its seed. It simply grows until fruit hangs heavy enough for all to see. So it will be with you. Your destiny is a tree. Your blessing is fruit. Your silence is soil. Guard it, water it, trust it. The harvest is nearer than your eyes can see. And so I say again, my beloved, the decision stands before you. Will you choose the true door or the counterfeit? Will you embrace the silence or rush into exposure? The divine clock is whispering your name. The gavel is preparing to strike. The bowls are tipping. The scroll is unrolling. Do not falter now. Do not abandon the field, half-watered. Every moment you remain here is not wasted, is seed sown into your own future. Stay, guard the silence. Watch the signs. The counterfeit will fade, but the true will endure. Beloved, the page of your scroll is turning. Soon you will see not only the door, but the hand that opens it for you. Until then, silence is your strength, secrecy is your safety, and patience is your crown. Remain, for the next section will reveal how even the shaking and storms were never against you, but were heaven's way of dropping fruit into your hands. Beloved child, listen carefully now. The storms you endured were never against you. They were never designed to break you, but to prepare you. You thought the shaking meant you were about to collapse, but in truth, the shaking was heaven's way of loosening the fruit so it could fall into your hands. Do not despise the shaking. Do not curse the storm, for without the storm, the fruit would remain out of reach. This is heaven's mystery. What looks like destruction is often preparation. What feels like loss is often alignment. The delays you suffered, the nights you thought were wasted, the silence that pressed against your soul, they were not punishments. They were proof that heaven was building a foundation strong enough to hold the blessing. Had it come sooner, it would have slipped through your fingers. Now it will remain. Beloved, see the storm differently. Each wave was not drowning you. It was washing away what could not sail with you. Each gust of wind was not tearing you apart. It was pushing you toward the harbor of your destiny. Even the thunder you feared was announcing your arrival. Can you feel it? Even now, the fear you carried is melting, being replaced by a strange peace. That peace is the whisper of heaven, saying, "What once terrified you will testify for you." And the fruit is not just for you alone. Your table is being set, and it will not be empty. Heaven is preparing a feast in the presence of your enemies. Those who mocked you will watch as your cup overflows. Those who doubted you will see your table laden with joy, with peace, with provision. And this table is not symbolic, only it is tangible. Expect doors to open in finances, in health, in family, in atmosphere. Expect peace where there was torment. Expect laughter where there were only tears. For the promise is not survival. The promise is overflow. Your blessing will not drip. It will pour. Your table will not carry scraps. It will carry abundance. And the fragrance of your table will not stop at you. It will spill into your household, your family, your loved ones. The blessing is generational. The oil on your life is too heavy to be contained in one vessel. It must overflow, beloved. You must learn this holy principle. What heaven places on you will always spill beyond you. That is why you are told to guard the blessing in silence, because once it begins to overflow, it will reach even those who doubted, even those who rejected you. And heaven desires that when they see, they cannot deny that it was divine. I must remind you again, not every season is for sharing. Some blessings must remain hidden until they are undeniable. If you announce too early, you invite sabotage. But if you wait in silence, the unveiling will be so radiant that no voice can deny it. This is your second reminder in this section. Guard your silence. Guard your soil, for the seed is swelling, the roots are spreading, and soon the fruit will break through the surface, beloved. Some of you right now feel a warmth on your face or a heaviness lifting from your chest. Some of you feel tears you cannot stop or trembling in your hands. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. They are heaven's way of reminding you that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not abandoned. Every sign in your body is a seal upon this word. And now, my beloved, listen. Heaven is not merely giving you survival, it is giving you testimony. Your storm will become your story. Your tears will become your testimony. Your rejection will become your redirection. And those who doubted you will sit at the edge of your table, unable to deny that your blessing came from above. Stay with me. Do not wander, for the page is still turning, the scroll still unrolling. And what is written next will show you how the overflow will not only fill your life, but transform the very atmosphere of your home. Beloved child, let me show you now how far the overflow will reach. The blessing that is forming in secret is not only for your hands, it is for your household. Heaven never anoints one vessel without touching everything connected to it. That is why you have felt such resistance in your family, in your home, in the very atmosphere of your dwelling. The enemy feared the overflow before it ever came. He knew that if you remained faithful, if you endured the silence, if you guarded the seed, the flood of blessing would spill over walls and into generations. Do not fear for your loved ones. The oil on your life will not stop with you. It will cover your children. It will touch your siblings. It will pour peace into the corners of your house. Even now, heaven is whispering into the atmosphere of your home. The heaviness you felt in certain rooms will begin to lift. The shadows you thought permanent will begin to fade. For where oil flows, darkness cannot remain. And in your body, beloved, healing is already being written into your bones. The weariness you carried is being exchanged for strength. The anxiety that once gripped your chest is loosening. For heaven's overflow is not abstract, it is tangible. Expect your health to shift. Expect your mind to settle. Expect your strength to return. The storm did not come to weaken you forever. It came to prepare you for a harvest that requires stamina. And heaven is now restoring what the storm seemed to steal. Finances too, beloved. The drought you endured was not punishment, it was pruning. You learned in lack what you could not have learned in plenty. But now, as the bowls of remembrance tip in your favor, provision will flow again. Do not measure it by old standards. Do not expect smallness when heaven has promised overflow. The table before you will be full, and your cup will run over. And joy, yes, joy will return. For some of you, it has been so long since you laughed freely that you have forgotten the sound of your own voice. But heaven says, your mouth will be filled with laughter, your tongue with singing. Even now, tears fall from your eyes as a down payment of that joy. For sorrow endured for a night, but joy is rising with the dawn. Beloved, see how the reframe changes everything. Storms are not destruction. They are preparation. Delays are not denials. They are divine strategy. Silence is not abandonment. It is protection. The very things you cursed will become the very things you bless. For without them, your roots would not be deep enough to carry this weight of blessing. Do not be quick to broadcast this yet. Guard your silence. This is the third time I remind you, your secrecy is your shield. When the fruit is visible, it will speak for itself. Until then, do not reveal what heaven has kept in the dark. Trust the mystery. Trust the silence. Trust the shield of secrecy. Now I must speak plainly. Some of you have been asking, how do I remain aligned with this flow? How do I keep myself in step with the whisper? Beloved, remain connected. Stay close to the stream of this voice. This is your second, soft instructional line yourself, so that the next whisper does not pass you by. In practical terms, do not drift. Subscribe, stay aligned, stay in covenant. Not for algorithm, but for alignment. This is not about a platform, it is about a promise. Heaven is building a covenant community, and you are called to be part of it. Feel this now, the peace that rests upon you, the warmth spreading across your body, the trembling you cannot explain. These are seals of the covenant. These are heaven's ways of confirming, yes, beloved, this is for you. Yes, beloved, stay aligned. And so I say to you, your blessing is no longer seed alone, it is budding. It is pushing against the soil. Soon, very soon, the fruit will break the surface. And when it does, even those who doubted you will have no choice but to see. Your storm will become your testimony. Your silence will become your strength. Your delay will become your vindication. Remain still, beloved. Do not leave this stream. The scroll has more to reveal. For what comes next is not only the promise of blessing, but the decree of elevation. The gavel will strike, the vault will unlock, and your name will be written in fire. Beloved child, now we come to the summit of this scroll. The courtroom of heaven has been assembled, and the judge has taken his seat. The gavel is lifted, poised to strike. Do you feel the trembling in your chest, the quickening in your spirit? That is because the verdict is about to be read, and it is in your favor. The vault of heaven, locked for years, is beginning to open. Can you hear it? The sound of chains rattling, tumblers clicking, iron gates groaning as they swing wide. These are not sounds of imagination. They are echoes in your spirit. For what was stored, hidden, and protected, the treasures of years past, the prayers you thought forgotten, the sacrifices you thought overlooked, they are being retrieved from the vault. And heaven's decree is this: return to the beloved. Restore what was stolen. Release what was delayed. Beloved, you stand under a decree written not with ink but with fire. Your name is inscribed in letters of flame upon heavenly scrolls. The angels read your name with reverence, for it carries weight. You are not ordinary. You are not overlooked. You are sealed with fire. And here comes the urgency again. The divine clock whispers 2 minutes. 2 minutes of faith. 2 minutes of obedience. 2 minutes of staying still in this atmosphere will outweigh decades of struggle. Do not despise this countdown. Every repetition is heaven's drumbeat, marching you into alignment. The enemy laughs when you rush, but he trembles when you wait. Stay, remain. For within 2 minutes of obedience, chains are breaking. Even now, do you sense it, beloved? The heaviness in your shoulders loosening, the tension in your chest easing, the fire in your spirit burning brighter. These are confirmations. These are heaven's signatures. Do not reason them aware, receive them, for they are proof that you are standing in the current of decree. And now, beloved, hear this secret. Do not share what you sense yet. This is your third secrecy clause. Guard the decree until it has been fully written across your life. The enemy longs to intercept, to counterfeit, to dilute. But if you hold it close, if you keep silent, the decree will grow in strength until no power can challenge it. Just as a crown is hidden until the day of coronation, so your blessing must remain veiled until the unveiling. Lift your eyes, beloved. Can you see it in the spirit? A crown descending, golden yet aflame, placed gently upon your head, not by human hands, but by divine decree. This is the crown of endurance, the crown of faithfulness, the crown of secrecy well guarded. You endured the silence. You withstood the storm. You guarded the seed. And now the crown rests upon you. But heaven does not crown you for yourself alone. The crown is a sign for others. It is a beacon for generations. When they see you crowned, they will know heaven is real. When they see your vindication, they will remember your silence. This is why you were told not to shout too soon, because your unveiling will be the shout no mouth can deny. Do not rush away. Do not wander. Each second you remain here is watering the decree, sealing it deeper into your spirit. Do not leave the field half-watered, for the soil is ready, the rain is falling, the fruit is near. Stay, beloved, the fire of decree is upon you. The vault is opening, the gavel is striking, the crown is descending. This is not metaphor, it is manifestation. You are living inside the very lines of your scroll. Remain with me, for the next wave, the final surge, will complete this covenant and release the last words of fire over your life.